Hello, can you hear me now? Can everybody hear me now? Yeah, I can see my microphone's up and running now. I can see my microphone's up and running. Now, can you guys hear me? Can you hear me now? Stand by. That one's closed. That one's off. Let me reboot this. Can't hear anything? That's probably the other one. Sorry, let me get back to that. Some little technical glitches this morning. One watching. Yes, can you hear me now, Hans? We got some technical glitches going on here. It says I'm seeing an audio feed here now, so that tells me that we're getting at least something. And you're capturing me on the video, so I can see video on there. Excellent. Can you hear me okay, Hans? You can hear me okay? Everything's good? Morning, talk. I hope you guys can hear me. Sorry, a little glitch there in the old system. I don't know if it's my motherboard going. I just bought this. It's probably my internet. Probably something going on it. You can hear me. It's all fixed. Yes. Welcome. Is it loud enough? Can you guys hear me okay? You know, it's not some muffled sound. Anyway, let's get back to this. I got like 14 minutes to blast through this stuff. So we're looking for, let's go over here. Higher prices, obviously. We still got higher prices to go to. So it looks like we've finally cleared this old high out here. And I'd like to see it return back into this order block, which is today's session open, which it's done right now. So you're looking for any type of that's the session open right there. So I'm looking for any type of reversal here to continue going higher. Look all the way down into this candle's high, the bottom of that fair value gap. We're moving right into the consequent encroachment of that right now, which is also the session open, midnight candle. Returning to a logical level. So I would like to see a reversal happening in here. Anywhere between here and the next one down on the hourly. If we continue to dig through that on the downside, we've taken that high, look for a retracement back into it within 10 o'clock or so. And then we're looking for a short back into the bottom of the range, the discount range, and this little guy down here. So that's the range you're in. And if you break that on the downside with a close, come back into it, short it inside that range. The Dow Jones, everything's good. Good morning, GC, the bearish breaker, 1 minute. Hans, the bearish breaker on the 1 minute. In NQ, yeah, I'll get back to NQ in a sec. I'll just quickly run through the ones that I normally get through first. So see how what we've got going on here is what we're looking for in ES. You see this? ES from the hourly. And then you've got, oh, this is happening on the daily, forget it. So we've got this daily candle that's come all the way down to here. It's bounced off this potential inversion. We have not taken that high out, though. Those equal highs look like they're in for a revisit. Now we've come down here. I don't want to see it close today below that level, below that daily fair value gap. If we start to run back up through this order block, get back up on top of this, look for another run on liquidity above the markets here in Dow Jones. So the American dollar's finally hit the top of the bear. Let me just go slower here. The bearish BISI here. So we've come up to the top of it, hit it, reacted off it quite nicely. I'd like for us to get down below it first, come back, revisit it, and then continue on the downside. So more downside for the American dollar. We have bounced off of the bottom of it right here today. So if we pull back into that fair value gap, we're just stuck inside that whole area there. Let me draw that out for you so you get a better feel for what I'm looking at. It's just a fair value gap right now. It's been reclaimed. We have not traded through it and come back into it. So it's just reclaimed right now. We could see this pop back up, get back up on top of this and go higher. So this is kind of like the linchpin for going higher or lower right now. I want to see the downside break, come back to it and carry on. Which means if we get a continuation on the downside for something like the Canadian dollar, we should see the Canadian dollar. This is the CAD USD or USD CAD. Daily, so we're looking for a revisit of this fair value gap down here. Gone from taking out a high to back into this reversal here, and now we're getting a movement forward. So I'd like to see these highs get taken back up into, yeah, I'd like to see that get taken on the upside, this fair value gap above us. You're going to work that. So if we get through this order block's mean threshold, look for the mean threshold to get taken. Otherwise, we're coming back into this candle's low, open, mean threshold. 3 levels to look for here. Get through those, start looking for old highs. New Zealand dollar. We've come back to the old high, pushing for higher prices, looking for a revisit in this fair value gap above us here. Watch, if we get through that, then we're definitely going to keep taking up these highs. So this is the linchpin area right here for the daily candle. God's sake, just making a big screen, Darren. All right. So we've hit the mean consequent encroachment of that candle. Also the mean threshold of this candle, mean threshold of this candle. So look for this upper portion of that to get revisited again on the inversion for New Zealand dollar. So far you haven't had anything revisited, so expect a revisit back down here before we take that high out. Yeah, I expect a revisit of this. Like, they're not going to let this go, or at least this order block and this fair value gap. They're not going to let that go before they continue higher. Old highs here. I bet you they want to revisit those first before they go higher. Now we've broken this to the downside. Australian dollar, see that? We've taken out these highs. We've got this inversion reversal. We've come back up. This would now be looking for a reversal opportunity right here on the 1 minute chart. See, it's closed, actually opened up higher, so wait for it to take this low again right here. If it takes that on a low, on a close, it comes back to it, short inside that range. I'm looking for a return back into this order block again, those old lows, and you get back into this consolidation, in the middle of the consolidation there. Oh, there is one little piece right here. Let me make that bigger. We got a few minutes left to get through this. See that right here? They've touched it once, so for me, if they come back and fill that one more time, we could drive up into here. So look for there. And here. That's kind of the range I'm looking at right now. Could go as high as halfway through this wick as well. We'll stick with that one for now. I'm trying to give you a quick analysis as I rip through these. Not spending a lot of time on them. Looking for a run on these equal lows here now. If we do get a run back up into here, you don't want to see that high get taken, obviously. Order block revisited here, here. Yeah, I'd like to see this continue on down to here and revisit this fair value gap below us here. That's where my eyes at right now for Japanese yen. So as the American dollar continues to degrade, if it does, get through that level we talked about, if it gets through the bottom of this, pops back into it, finds some support at that, I'd like to see that continue pushing lower. Take the rejection block, these equal lows down here. There's a pool of liquidity sitting right down in here. And obviously the lows down here still. Oil, what do we got for oil? Nice little reversal this morning in oil. 840 this morning. Reversal here. Cleared out the order block that initiates the run. Body, reversal right onto it. You literally opened up on it and started going higher. There was no drawdown on that entry. Now we've got this reversal here. So the bodies, I don't know, they're literally closing on it right there. So you're stuck between two here. This one going lower, this one going higher. Your bias right now is slightly higher on a 1 minute. On the daily, oof, yeah, you could see that run just up into here at 78.73, so just a little higher. Then look for a reversal. I'm still looking for all the daily stuff down here, and they've just built up a ton of liquidity sitting right here. A lot of retail think that this is the basement and that's the ground floor you can launch from. That's going to get blasted through. So I'm still looking here. My prediction's been there for about 2 or 3 weeks now. So I want that to aim for that. So here's our little run up right now, back into that fair value gap. I do not want to see a body trade above it. We got the level we're looking for. We're looking for just a slight run above the highs here, and we got that. 3 days of running back down. Now I don't want to see this here. I want to see that just come back, find some support, push through, close, and then that's that little inversion, or that little, it's a reclaimed fair value gap actually. So we're just reclaiming it here. Reclaim it one more time in the middle and then one more time at the bottom. I'm okay with that before going lower. Finally taking out these equal lows down here in oil. Gold. Gold is, what is gold up to? Okay, keep your eyes right here. If we get above the session open and you come back onto it, look for a support here to go higher, and we got a nice little run. I might actually get in gold. This would be a nice little, I think it's going to be my area of focus for next week. that looks over the next few days. This is actually the hourly chart, so hourly fair value gap. I want to see that close through there, come back, find some support at. If not, we've just come back in here, and I want to see it close below this level here, and then continue running down for these equal lows. Yeah, I guess we could see it come all the way down into here. So if we reject off of this, look for lower prices. And then I'm looking for another, all this pool of liquidity sitting down here. Once that's cleared out, then look for another reversal in gold. Oops. To get you long. So I'm looking for this area right now for gold. And then this level. And then obviously all that cheddar that's sitting down here. Bitcoin. Oh, Bitcoin's giving you a nice little entry right now. Ideal entries right here. On this. If you're wrong, put your stop losses here. So if this takes this out on a close, this should just come down, tap it, and then start leaving. If it freezes on it and starts to work into the mean threshold of that candle, you got a very small stop loss right there. So it's a lower risk. Just put whatever your risk tolerance is. It's really tight. So look for a run from here up into this level here, inside that small range. Pay yourself 50, pull your fib tool, do all that kind of stuff. If that's the an area of interest for you, just kind of watch that now. So anywhere from 1 to 3 levels of entry. Stop loss sits down here. And wait. We got equal highs here. That's on a 1 minute chart. What about all this fun stuff over here? Soybeans. I got 1 more minute here. We've got the reversal here. If we can come back up into the bottom, oh, look there. You'll come back up into it here and then get short. That's the open right there. So watch if it takes out this high here on a close. There you go. It's going higher. Unless it's just running liquidity up here. Keep your eyes on this level right here. We close above that. Look for these two candles highs right here for support to go higher. It'll be interesting to see where that closes on a 1 minute candle now. When you're on a body above here. All right. And I'm not going to get to the other ones. UNG, I'm loving UNG. Look at that. It's already opened up here. Go, rabbit, run, rabbit, run. I tell you, UNG, it's a nice little stock. I got a lot of coin in that. So let's get back over here and see what we got. Look at this reversal. How lovely is that breaker right there? This is what you were talking about, Hans? Yeah, it's beautiful breakers here. The body trades below it. Come back into it. And away you go. What a delicious little run to start with this morning up there. So Hans, yes, you would have caught that. You would have caught yourself a nice little runner for sure. I can't remember which one I'm on now. Okay, so I get the wrong one up here. It's a hell of a plunge. On a 1 minute chart, you would have caught this reversal here. Like just the pure technicals of that reversal. Look at that. Body trades below it, so you're looking for an opportunity to get into it. Now, if this low gets taken out before that gets traded back to, you look for a candle that trades below it right there. That candle closes there. This one actually closes below it, so you're for sure on that one. Then this one opens and gives you one more opportunity to get into that. And then you're on a freight train. Nice. Look at that, run all that liquidity out on the way down. That's a nice little run right there. Okay. You guys can't hear me still? Volume is really low. Yeah. That might be something to do with my internet. I checked the internet yesterday and it was super slow. And this is the second time I've complained to the internet provider. So they're actually going to send me a new modem. So it might be my modem. So I apologize for that. Not much I can do about it. I'll try and keep as close as I can to the mic to give you guys a bit more audio. Yeah, sorry about that. It's something I'm gonna have to work on for sure. I'm hoping it's my Wi-Fi. To see if I can find. I'll have to do it later. Sorry, you guys are gonna have to put up with this bad audio today. I'm hoping my router comes in the over the weekend so I can get this all set up for next week for you guys, and everything's up and running a little more professionally. Soybeans, so it did close up above there. Just barely closed above it, came back, tapped it, and we're continuing on the upside. That's good. Corn, I expect to see corn to come down and give that a little touch down here and then start going higher. Sugar, no response. These guys here, got a body get it through here, coming back and just touching this to go long in coffee. And you're in the middle of the range there. That's not so good. You don't want to see that breaking higher. So we got, if it actually breaks above here, then we're looking for a run up into this range again. For cocoa, sure about lumber. So Bitcoin ran through that. And it would have stopped. Yeah, it would have stopped you out. Really small risk. So you got an overall bearishness, I suppose. Reversal back into down. That would be the objective to aim for on the way down. Continuation. So you're looking for further downside on. We've revisited this here. 50% of that. So your liquidity sitting down in here. Okay, there's your run on it. I've been in on this Bitcoin short for a while now. Check my phone here. Let's see if that just keeps driving. It needs to drive down quite a ways. Let's get back in here. There's a lot of liquidity sitting down here now. Look at these equal lows. Yeah, I don't, because my volume was off last time. I'll just reiterate this. This was from 2023. I noticed this price leg. And back in February, March, I think it was, I was making this prediction for when we saw this price swing, finally clean out these lows, and we get a price swing projection. You take 4 standard deviations from that. There's 4. Some people call that 3. I just lose that as 1, 2, 3, 4. And that lines up perfectly with the next price leg that was created from January, just before its whole year high. And then you take that and do another price leg prediction from there once you see the swing. And then that was the prediction that we had for back in February, back in here, February, March, I was calling it. You have to look at my videos again just to be sure. But we were calling this price leg here. And we had this huge reversal, and now we're getting the push through. So we're not too far away from finishing it off around June or July-ish. We could see a run up into that level. And if we go higher, we're looking for like crazy. You think if this is 25%, 50%, and then take that projection again, you're looking way up here. If this AI stuff takes off and tech explodes, and you see this parabolic run, you're going to see these are just small 25, 50% price legs. So you could see double that way up in here. Let's go to a weekly chart. Look at that from 2020 up to there. So that wouldn't be unreasonable to see 25, 50, and then double that one more time for a run back into the midpoint here, and then just drive it all the way up higher. It would be a crazy run. Let's have a look at that. If that was the high. I'm just playing here while this is a 26 or more. Take this one, extend it to here. I think this is where I got my 20 from. Take it from here. Yeah, 20, 60. See if we make it up that high on the weekly. Anyway, let's get back over here. Finally run those lows. Oh man, we were in a killer trade this morning if you would have caught that one. From Windy, PA. PA, what's that, Pennsylvania? Park Avenue? $9.40. You got short from 9.40 there, Hans. It's not bad a run. Using the fair value gap as support. And off of the old low. A little late to the party for me. What do we got next? So let's look at the hourly here. Downside objective on the hourly. The downside would be something like, looks like we've almost filled that now. We have a lot of imbalance down here. How we gapped up there. Displace. Now if we get a body close below here, trade back up into here, we'll look for any reversal to get back short inside that range. So now we're through that fair value gap. Look at the hourly. Look at that. Tell me these aren't precise levels, hey? Now to get back bullish again, just on the 1 minute, I'd have to see this break this high here of that fair value gap and take out that high in terms of break in structure and change in direction, and then start running back higher. But it looks more downside to me today. What say you guys? Benjamin Amadeus Mozart, how are you? Well, I'm going to be remodeling my office this week or this summer. For next year or for the next season after summer. I think I'm going to take the summer off. I got family coming in from England, so I'm going to be spending some time touring the country with them. And we'll get back at it again in September. And then it's going to be travel and do this traveling. I'm going to do a little Thailand excursion, I think. Looking for further continuation on the downside. I don't have an ideal setup for me, so if you guys are taking just the return to order blocks or consolidation, hit the consolidation again. You trade through it, cam model 1, continuation on the downside. I get it. It's good. If you're a cam model person. Well, Bitcoin did a nice 4-hour reversal. You're up 3.5% on my funded challenge. Good for you, Benjamin. Excellent. Jonas, you live in the UK? I was born in Portsmouth, England, mate. That's where I was born. Yeah, my cousins are all from down in Fareham area in Portsmouth. Yeah, we did a tour through Wales. We just picked up a car in London and did a drive all the way through Wales. Man, it was an awesome time. About 2,000 miles on that car driving. We had such a great time. Went from the bottom of Wales all the way to the top. It's beautiful country there. Beautiful. Now I'd go back and watch Wrexham. We got a thing for Wrexham now because we got a Canadian owner there. Oh, Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, I was born in Portsmouth. Back in the old days. Watching from Chile, South America. I love that. I love people from all over the world checking this out right now. It's great. Chile. I so want to go to South America. I would love, love, love to visit down there. It's on my bucket list for sure. There's some really cool diving down there. Well, well, well. Is there anything you guys want me to look at? I'm from Northampton. Really? Nice. Erica's got a place in Rio. Erica, we're all going to come party at your place in Rio de Janeiro. That would be fun. Your parents would be like, who the hell are you guys? Erica said we could come visit. Some good diving in Chile. I love it. I love it. I'm late to the arrival on this trade. I got in up here on a live account using this Fair Value Gap as support. So I'm very late to the party. But we'll see where we get. I'm liking this whole downside objective here. A refill of this imbalance. I like to see this just turn into a flagpole, a fireman's pole. If you're wondering what a fireman's pole is, it's one of those little those poles that we slide down when we go into a call. You don't see those very often in fire halls. We had one back in when I was working out near the airport here. Volunteer at a local at a fire department when I was closer to Calgary, and when I was living in Cochrane, actually, it was a little fire hall there they had built at the airport, and they had poles in there. We're like, no way, you got poles? This is perfect. I tell you, you don't have your foot. You wake up and like from a dead sleep, and you go put on your shoes and you go running out to this post and you jump on it. You're like dead tired, and you got to make sure you're holding on to it so you're not still half asleep. Come down, you could twist your ankle and them things really easy if you're not fully awake yet. So now you go to the other place. When I was working in Canmore, you ran down the stairs. They were long stairs too. You had to be out of the hall in 90 seconds from a dead sleep. You have to be awake, rip downstairs, get into your bunker gear, and then have that door up and sirens going in 90 seconds. How many of you guys could get out of bed, get your clothes on, get in your car, and be out the driveway in 90 seconds? That's what those guys are trained to do. You wonder why we have fried nervous systems. You do that day in and day out, especially busy halls. And nights where you get no sleep, it just fries your brain, fries your nervous system. It's fun as hell, but you got to be young to do it. Sure takes its toll. Yeah, I want to see this just come augering right into this area here. Ideally right here. I'm going to put this right here. This is my objective. Let's see if we get that today. We come all the way through this and just clip this right there. That will be my downside objective. Make sure I've got that on my charts. That's where we're going. Who knows Somalia? I've heard of Somalia, never been there. I'm keen to visit anywhere. I love to learn about new cultures, people, get to meet new people, make new friends. Oh man, I'd love it. I'd love to come check out Somalia, and South Africa would be awesome too. Just Africa by itself would be awesome. I make the campanadas. Oh, I heard they're supposed to be really tasty. I've never had one. No, I've never had a campanada, but I think they would be lovely and delicious. I'd love to try them. I'm locking in profits just because I'm late to the bus here. I'm the kid dragging on the bumper, holding the bumper. Back in the day, you remember that? No, you guys probably wouldn't remember that, especially down in Chile. When we were, when I was kids, we used to do bumper shining. They used to call bumper shining, where in the wintertime, I remember having these plastic, when I first came to Canada, I had these plastic cowboy boots. These plastic cowboy boots, because you wanted to be a cowboy, right? And we couldn't afford like real leather ones. So I had these like plastic cowboy boots, and they were in wintertime. You would have to dig your heel in just to try and get yourself some momentum because boy, oh boy, could they slide. So we used to go to the local shopping center, and when the buses came in, the kids used to swarm the back of the bus, and we'd sit on the back of the bumper, holding the bumper, and we'd bumper shine. So we just, you'd be being dragged behind the bus, holding onto the bumper, and you'd rip around the parking lot because there was so much snow on the ground. You just and you see these kids dive on, and the bus driver would go for it, and then he'd slam the brakes on to try and shake the kids off, or he'd get off and he'd come back and he'd try to get rid of us. But we'd all be sitting on, we'd all like doo 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 doo, and as soon as he pulled away, we all just come lurching in, and you could just see it in his rear view mirrors or in his side mirrors. You could just picture all these kids swarming in from the sides to grab a hold of the back of the bumper while this guy took off dragging all these kids behind him. That's what we did back in the day. Back when this generation, Gen Z, that's what it was about for us. All these kids now staying home playing games. Everybody's got these helicopter parents that are terrified. My kid's gonna get stolen. Meanwhile, we're out being dragged behind a bus at a local shopping mall. Oh man, back in the day, I think about that now. I thought, man, you wouldn't see kids doing that now. Never, never. Ah, that's when you knew how to have fun. That's when you didn't have internet. That's when you didn't have video games. The first video game that came out for us was Pong. Do you remember Pong? Where it would just go bong, 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 or you'd end up getting a little uh it was called Duck Hunter, and all it really was just this white dot that went on the screen. It came up on the screen, and you're trying to shoot at the screen with this little infrared clicker and this little gun. That was it. That was our video games back then. Ah, the days of old. I remember when I was a kid in England, we used to play in the moats. There was a moat at Chichester Castle, and we used to play in a moat there, in an ancient moat, catching crabs. These little crabs, we'd go down there and catch bucketfuls of these bloody crabs. Ah, it was fun. So look for, we're coming back into this order block here, this fair value gap. We've run through it, find some more support at it. I'm looking to go lower. Oh, that was a good reminiscing there. You jumped in at 9:05. Oh, Erica, good for you. That's an awesome run. Well done, Erica. Find some support off of here. We want to keep coming back lower. This is the 10 o'clock. That imbalance you see there on the 1 hour, I want to see it close below here. I don't want to see it come back up through this. Otherwise, we're starting to look here for a run up higher. So it's just coming back inside this fair value gap right here. And you're going to see that. Watch this level right here. You want to close below that, come back up into this order block and continue pushing back down. Otherwise, if we trade through the top of this on a close, then you start to look over here and say, are we starting to climb? We're starting a little stepping stone here on a march back up to a level that, yeah, use this. I would like to see this come back into this for a short here, not a silver bullet, unless this is the silver bullet 1002 for a long. After all this, I would like to see further downsides. I want to see that silver bullet give way, and I want to see a new one forming here on a short. That's why I like to wait around 10, 10, 10, 12. Look for the 10, 12 to 10, 16, 17, 18 numbers to run into a fair value gap. And then go lower. Watch that order block there and that fair value gap. We'll draw this out here. I have the same every morning. I'm hacking and coughing. You guys must think I'm a smoker. I ate a lot of smoke over the years, but never actually smoked. Never done any of that stuff. So now we're kind of in the middle of this thing. So it's got to make up its mind what it wants to do. We obviously want to go lower, so keep your eye on that. I went short earlier. I'm out now. I got out as soon as it came back and tapped my this level here. I was out. I didn't make a lot of money on it, but I made a little bit. So if this is the silver bullet here to go long, you want to see some legs now. Get some legs out of here. Start climbing higher. Bodies are respecting that fair value gap. Wicks do the damage into the mean threshold. Now we're closing. See, all you want to see it do is just come up and tap that and then start to drive back down. Because there's no order block above you that you could just say, oh, just trade into the mean threshold of that candle. This is that candle. So now that we've actually traded, if we see this close here, we got 14 seconds, see where this closes. Otherwise, action block maybe, hold high. We're back inside this fair value gap here. It's a retest of that. Okay, so we've closed above, find support here. So change in direction right now. So now you're bullish until this comes back through the bottom of this here. Now we can get this going sideways, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. It'll be the linchpin for further downside prices or upside prices. So do we find support here and continue going higher? In that case, we're going for this high here and this fair value gap to fill. And it's a it's a 7 candle, so it should make a high or a low. Reversal at 10 a.m. and then a short from there. Yeah, I go with that. Especially when there's that downside liquidity that's resting down in here for the hourly. There's that big price imbalance down there is the draw for me. So we're just back into this fair value gap above us here. We're just banging off of that. We're not taking that high. So watch this drift down, come back up. That's your linchpin. That's the one that says this holds your trade together to either continue on the downside now, watch this close below here. You got 50 seconds now. Order block holding. So now you're between this one and this one. And one candle will do that. It'll tap here. It'll come up, tap this one. And then it's got to do something. It's got to extend the ranges and start playing inside that. Just push the consolidation a little higher, a little lower. Extend one side versus the other side. But it's got to run up to that order block there now, which it just did right there. Just tap the bottom of it. So now it's got to go, I got to go eat through this one. Extend a little higher. Just cleared that high. See, we're still bullish. We went above here, just drew back down into it. We still haven't had a body trade below that yet. You notice that? We're still bullish enough to take this high out. You're not aiming for up here. You're not aiming for up here. You're just looking at the small little consolidation you're in right now. And it's not giving you any major leg movement, right? So if you're in this consolidation, you say, well, that order block there. And now we validate this guy here, come back down. You're between that guy and that guy. You work them. And now you've run out of arrays to play with, that one and that one. What have I got left? I've got the upper or lower. So I have to reach for the higher. Now watch this close above here. Closes above there. Look for this fair value gap now for price to bang around inside here. And then you've got between these two. So we might get a revisit of this order block right here, which we just did on the bottom. So here's the open. Mean threshold. So now this big, you see this big candle, when this closes here now, this becomes an area of interest now, because now we've got a change in direction. Right here, we changed direction when we broke that fair value gap there to the upside. You came back, you found support inside it, pushing higher. We've now got this in this swing point here. Now, if we push through here on one candle and we haven't come back and revisited this, this comes to an area of interest. So all those profits that you got there, if you're not seeing this and you're saying to yourself, it's reversing, I should probably take my trade off. If you don't, then that's fine. We'll just watch to see how much of your profits get eroded, or it'll continue on the downside. But in order for it to continue on the downside, this creates a fair value gap in here. Trade up one more time, come through it with the body, come back, tap it, and then continue down. And then this breaker here becomes more important as the support for further downside. So you're kind of predicting what this is going to do before it does it. So watch the scenarios that you want to unfold. See that? We closed right on it. We just came right into the mean threshold of that candle. Now, if we come back to revisit this, or this small consolidation here, old high, which coincidentally coincides with that little fair value gap right there. We'll see if price comes down to here. If it stays open, even better. it's stronger if it stays open, looking for higher prices. Oops. Pouring coffee all over myself here. Oh, my wife took my Kleenex box. She was saying, it's funny because she was saying, they're not seeing that mess behind you there, are they, on the camera? I'm like, maybe, if that's where they're looking. She goes, you can't have that. And she went back there and she's cleaning it all up. She goes, that's unprofessional. I was like, they don't care about what's behind me. They do now that I've pointed it out. But I'm spilling coffee all over my counter. Itchy nose this morning. What does it say when you got itchy nose? You're gonna make money? Money's coming? I don't know what the superstition of itchy nose is. Or maybe you're, can't remember what my mom calls it. Itchy nose. There's someone's talking about you. Who knows? You caught the order block. Excellent. If you've caught that right off that order block, good for you, man. Well done. Catch yourself some handles. Pull your fib tool from high to low. And you should be well at break even by now, going higher. We still have not traded a body above here yet. They're all closing on it. So watch this little level inside here. Keep pushing higher. If we get through this candle's mean threshold on a close, look for this up here to provide support. Now you want to start climbing on top of that to march higher. This would be great. I'd love to see this come all the way back to, look at this on the hourly. We see this come all the way back into this order block here, right on these lows, up to here, and then go short from there, aiming for this. Anywhere up inside here. It's just, this is your reversal right here. You got 1, 2, 3 levels to reach for. So you go one here. Your stop loss has to be way high. So really keep your risk down if you want to catch it short from there. Or you just wait for it to go up and wait for a reversal to happen. So now that you're on this on the way up, Russell, keep catching that on the way up. Enjoy the run up and hold on to that until you see a reversal. Do what you want. I'm not going to tell you how to make your trade, but you can hold on to that all the time, that you've got positive direction. Now that you've broken above that high, you've come back inside it. You're finding support. You're through the mean threshold of that candle now. You're looking for higher prices. If you're pulling your fib tool on that, look for your 50% inside your range. If you're looking at the larger range from up here to here, 50% puts you here. So if your stop loss is sitting down here, your first 50 is there. Unless you're pulling your fib tool from here, which is what I always suggest. You take it from the nearest one first. 50 is here, 62, 70, 79% retracement. So if that only goes up to there in terms of that little range, and it starts slamming back down against you, then you haven't paid yourself inside that range. You've overreached for your range. But ideally, I think we still love to see that come back up one more time up into that entry. So you want to see this hold price. We're talking about this happening here when we were over here. We want to see it run up, create a fair value gap, and then we wanted it to run through it to continue on the downside. If not, we're just coming back in, tap an old high, continue higher. Back into this body breaks above it, see? Body breaks above it. We come back inside it right here, tap it, and start going higher. So if you're, for example, if you were entered in for a long off of here, there's your confirmation. If you haven't gone in long there and you go in long here, stop loss has to go down here. And if a body breaks below that, you're out. That's more than 50%. You're on the wrong side. It's reversing, coming back down again. So keep your eye on that level right there. That's the linchpin for you folks who want to go lower. And for you folks that are going higher, that's where you want to see price holding it. Ideally, you'd like to see that consequent encroachment hold price and continue pushing higher. Again, your overall bias is obviously down, and we've got that hourly objective we're looking for down here still. So one candle rips through all these different arrays. Usually you just find whatever one it ended on is the one you want to use to key off of to come back into the trade again. And it's actually run back up into the second one up here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all in one candle. So you want to see, I'd like to see at least come back to 50% of that candle. Yeah, 50% is right there. Order blocks. Creating an order block. It's finding support off the order blocks. You want to see it just dip into here and start getting some legs. Finding support in these order blocks makes you suspicious about the small range that you're in. You're in a premium. You've got a discount array down here, and you got a breaker down in here. So if you're long, you want this breaker to hold that fair value gap. It could come into this breaker. That could obviously come back and fill the discount array as well. But if you start trading through the discount portion, let's look at this. There's 50% right there. 62 puts you in here. So that actually puts you below that range. So if we close below here now you've got to change in direction inside a range. We close below this guy. This is your discount array, premium array. If you close into the discount below that, then we're definitely going shorter. Well, not definitely, but high probability of going shorter. There's the return. You've gone through one now, and you've got 13 seconds left, and we've ran through 2 arrays in one candle. When you get all 3 arrays ran through in one candle, your ass is next. Close below it. Close below this one here. Rose up on that one, right on the body. If it starts coming back down there again and you're long on that, you want to be out. Well, you would have been out by now anyway if you would have chased that up 50% of that range. If you pulled your fib tool inside that, you would have made money on the way up on that. Now you see the reversals happen. It's changing direction, breaking market structure. If we get below here, we closed right on the area that we wanted to see a body get below it. We came into the mean threshold of that candle right there. Came back up. Now you want to see that mean threshold hold. It's being eaten through now. And the fact that we're actually not just going straight back up from there makes me suspicious that we got further downside. And we definitely closed below the 50% of that range. Look at that, right on 50%. We're inside this fair value gap again here. Discount array on a larger range. So you want to see it get above here. Let's go higher. Let me get some of these things out of the way now. I've got too many overlapping now. We may not see another run up into this hour until this hour's over, and then see another run back up into here to catch that, leave that open, and then continue on the downside. So this might be just setting the fair value gap here. And then the next candle opens and we slowly start to grind back up again into this level and then look for a reversal to run back down here. So we wait and see where this candle kind of ends up. This would be the ideal, you know, you have a reversal. This would be like the 2022 model. You ran at an old high. You create this imbalance or this reversal here. Fair value gap. Catch that just short, you know, and just go over that into the consequent encroachment of this. You wouldn't want to see anything more than the consequent encroachment of that fair value gap if that's the high or the low of the fair value gap and the high. Consequent encroachment would be somewhere around in here. That would catch our order block run that initiates the run up. And then you expect a short. So instead of trying to catch which spot, you just wait for the reversal. When it starts to come into this range, look for the reversal on the 1 minute to go short. At least that's what I'm going to do. So lots has to transpire over the next 30 minutes or so, next hour. Slight early exit. 17 handles. 17 handles, good to put in your pocket there, Russell. Good work, man. We broke 800 people. That was a moment for me yesterday. I actually think I saved that on the 800. The 800 group. That's history repeating itself right there, my friends. You guys are all part of the 800 that I was when I first started out. Now we've got on my own 800 group. It's awesome. There's something very satisfying about that. So thank you very much, all of you who have joined our little clan of traders. Not a cult, but a clan of traders. You want to see this breakthrough here now and continue up. Let me get rid of this guy. So mean threshold held price. We saw price trade below it, but the mean threshold, that's the wiggle room you have to give it. It's the mean threshold of the candle. And now you're looking for this. It closed above. Good. Now you want to see this go up higher. We're between this one and this one. Now we want to see that high get taken. My nose is super itchy this morning. I bought one of those snoring devices because I have that apparently some severe sleep apnea, and they said I have to wait 2 months before I can actually get into this study. 2 months? Holy smokes. And then I saw that Joe Rogan had that device he puts in his mouth. I thought, yeah, it's $50 versus $3,000 for a machine, so I'll give it a shot. So I tried it out. It works, but man, does it ever pull on your teeth. It forces your teeth into that Emperor's New Groove kind of look on your face. So your chin's like forward like this. Keeps your tongue off the back of your throat. So your teeth hurt for a while. So, and you can increase the displacement of your jaw. I would imagine anybody who's had some really fancy denture work done, or fancy orthotics, not orthotics, orthodontics, your feet, yeah, that could really put some pressure on your newly formed straightened teeth over, and you wear them night after night after night with this thing pulling on your teeth. Eventually it might splay your teeth a bit more now over time, because it's constantly pulling on your, using your teeth as leverage to pull your jaw forward. But it works. It definitely takes the snoring out. And I noticed that last night was the first night the teeth don't hurt as much. So maybe it's just the fact that your muscles in your jaw has to relax enough to accommodate it. But I don't know. Anyway, there's the reversal here. We didn't, unless you look at these as significant lows, which I don't. We're in a consolidation here. So look for that high again to get taken, which it did right there. Find some support at that inside here and start marching higher. And we're still looking for that upside objective. I'm going to put that in the chart here so I can put a little line on that. Okay, so it's not too far away from us then. See how it's trading all the way back into this now, all the way back down into this guy. So you're between here and here. If you find some support off of this, my phone's going to the bottom of the hour. It's a crazy Ivan. Going to the bottom of the hour. 30:32. Thank you very much. Thank you, Verma. Thank you, thank you. You've been for a while now, Verma. I saw you a few months ago. I haven't seen you do many comments, but thank you very much for your compliment. I appreciate that. All those are trophies. I was like, oh, I thought they looked little faces on top of. They look like little heads on top of blocks. But yeah, I see their little trophies. Thank you for that. Yeah, it'll bugger up your bite for sure. I keep a note of that inside my see, return back into this fair value gap here. Now you want to go longer. Not that you should be trading inside this, but at least you're watching price action doing what we want it to do. It is hitting levels of support. It is now giving us a change in direction, finding a level of support, looking for higher prices. And then once we start seeing this continuing to this level here, that's the top of that 1 hour candle we're looking for. Now you're looking for any reversal in here. And if it doesn't reverse, you just keep going higher. And you would have said, I noticed the turn of events this down here. And we've got the return back up. So how well are you convinced that when you see a change in direction here that you want to get out of your trade if you're going short? And then when do you say, how do I get, okay, so if I'm going short, then I can just, several times now you could have played on a long to go long inside this range and then long again inside this range, pay yourself at rejection block, move yourself to break even, aim for that objective, pay yourself there. If it keeps going, leave the last piece on for higher objectives. But that's really about watching price action and be willing to trust this. You need to see this enough times to go, I have to trust this, and I have to look at where does it fail for me. And we were talking about right here, that mean threshold had to fail on the downside for it to continue. Otherwise, if we see this break below here and it broke below there and it closed right on it, so we're like, yeah, that's the wiggle room. You still get some wicks down there, but see how the body's just lined up flat right on that. Is it a level that's important? Damn right it is. These PD arrays are, as Michael's pointed out, are critical. They are significant. And look, you can see how they were providing it. That's not just some random level right there. That is right on the mean threshold of that candle. That's what we were looking for. Found support. Creates this fair value gap here. If you're looking at that as a swing point, which it is, that's lower than that, then we have a run above it, come back, find support, run for your high, rejection block, pay yourself first at rejection because you may not get your high. You're inside a consolidation here. Don't aim for up here. There's like tons of PD arrays away from that. Grab the low-hanging fruit. You're banging your head off of cherry trees, cherry here, and you're just smacking your head against branches trying to get up here to get what you think is just more fruit. Use this. Grab your fruit. Let that feed you on the way up. Unless you know that it's going there, then don't listen to what I'm telling you. Remember we were talking about being in between these two? See how it likes to work in between two different arrays? Oh no, I think it was here and here. We've come into the middle of that, between these two ranges here. Are the middles important? If you take this and you make quarters out of them. See how you come down into the discount portion? You work consolidation on the discount of the premium, then the premium of the premium, then you go back to the discount of the premium, and then to the premium of the premium inside that little space between these two. Work in premium, discount, premium, discount, premium, and it's got to keep extending higher. Or it's got to roll, take the highs, and then start working its way back down. We're getting closer and closer to that little spot now. We're taking the run. Anyway, you get the idea. Oh, did you get up in here, Benjamin? Did you get a little too aggressive on your entry and you've had to weather all of this? Yeah, just look at that. Look for Derek's discount, right? Anytime you're in a range, if you're buying up at the top of the range, you say, I'm buying a premium, and you see these fair value gaps below you, and you think, all I can see is up here. And if you haven't seen this go from premium to discount over and over and over again, you're not watching clear enough. It does this over and over. So if you see that range that you're in and you see that first swing point starting to happen, then you say to yourself, what is a logical level that I could reach for? If I'm going to go long again, I want it to go through here. And that's my line in the sand. My stop loss will go here. So if it trades below my line in the sand, which is, you could be here and say, if it trades below that, I'm out. Or you say, that's the wiggle room. That's the line in the sand. If a body closes below that, I'm out instead of that. And that's the difference between how you run your fail-safe. Is your fail-safe at the bottom of this, or is it in the mean threshold of that candle? Only you can decide that for yourself. It's just slow, insidious climb. Yeah, it got stopped. Oh, you did you? And so if that happens and you get stopped, you say, okay, what do I want to get back on? Let's say this was your stop out. You say, okay, how do I get back in sync with the market? You wait for a break in structure and a return to that. That would help support this one for a downward run, right? That's what we're always looking for, is this to break here on the downside now. If you've been taken out, wait for that downside to get taken. You see this little swing point, you think, yeah, it could. We've got a fair value gap here. You think, well, if it trades above here, it's a change in direction. And it does. You say, great, now if it trades back into that, I'll take that as a long. Get back in sync with the market. And if it trades through this one on a close, on a body close, before it comes back to there, then I'll take that. And the way that worked was it literally closed just below it, opened, came back to your level, then traded above it, right? Here's the body, came back, tapped it, then continued on. So even if you said, well, I'm not entirely happy with this one, maybe I don't want to take that, but if it does close above this candle, then I'll take that one. So you have multiple opportunities to get back in sync with the direction if you got taken out there. But you got to be watching this, practicing this on a minute-by-minute basis and say what levels are providing support. And if that one closes below here, then I'm out. My stop loss is sitting right here. I'm aiming for up there. Low-hanging fruit. I entered in anywhere inside here. 74 to 106 is 20 handles. 22 handles, actually. I don't know about you, but 22 handles on an optimum entry based on this reversal thing that we keep talking about. and fair value gaps and inversions. That high's been taken now. So when a high is taken, what do we look for? That becomes our linchpin now. So this stop loss that was down here, I would have it right up underneath here, because that's the linchpin. If I go below that, come into it, then I'm going short. Then I have to get back in sync with the market again inside a consolidation. You're in a premium, coming back to a discount. What's in a discount area here? See that one there? That's in a premium. Where's the discount one? Right here, and this guy here. So premium, discount. They're pretty close to each other. Order block. So watch the range. Let's have another coffee. So there's that one. But it's in the premium, right? You want to get into the discount. Watch that. See how it's hit equilibrium right there? Watch over here. There's a little guy right here and this guy right here. Mean threshold sitting right on the equilibrium. Just under equilibrium, actually. Right there. There's your mean threshold. You don't want to see this get taken on the downside, so you don't want to get any, you don't want to see a close below 79%. What I want to draw here is this guy here so you can see it. So we hit the top of it. That's all we need. Start going higher. Right inside that little guy right there. See that? Bang. So now we still have the fair value gap to tap. We could still come back to the bottom of it. And then your wiggle room is this. Stop is here. Now if you close below here, you come back up inside that to find support. See that right there? That's the swing from there to there. You just broke below it right here. You traded back up into it here to go short. And you're stuck between these two right now. If we're going to go short, the change in direction is right here. The confirmation of the change in direction is there. Well, it's there, but there's the reversal. And now, which way do you go? You're banging between these two, and they're so close to one another. You're in a consolidation. Wait for a better discount. Or wait for a displacement to one side or another now. That little swing's taken, so look for your fair value gaps to be taken to the upside for further runs higher. You need to see that one get taken there for this one to fail. So where's all your fail safes? And where does your trade fail for you if you're inside this range? This is a daily candle. You guys are trying to pick your direction right now for your daily bias. This is a bunch of candles on a daily candle or an hourly candle. Where's your bias? Based on the direction that it's going right now. You've got short and you've got long. And you're banging between which way, and I'm inside of a consolidation. And you pull that 50% of that range again, you've gone from premium. Are we going back into a discount? So again, if we pull that fib tool we had from here to here, the distance between the two. We've got up to a nice big premium now. If we extend that higher, no, we have to leave it. I just wanted to test that theory. So you've run that out. Coming back into that box again. You've retapped this fair value gap here. Ideally, I'd like to see this take this low out here, then come back up through this to go higher. That is more of a significant one for me. Right now, you're still short, and you're still long, and you're short. And you're in the middle of that range. Like if I pull this range here to here, you're sitting right on 50%. Are you making a decision to trade right now? You shouldn't be. Sorry, 50's right there. The most recent one is this one. This is the short. This one's already been run out for the highs. Now we've got a new one running the short, so we're watching for this level right there to close. Let's see how it closes right on it again. Cut through all these candles. Is that a significant level still? Yes, it is. See how the bodies just literally stop on it? Now we want to see if we get any type of reaction off of that, up or down. Now, if you were gambling short at 50% of the range, you got a winner. Take your teddy bear, take it home. You're inside that small little range, so changing direction. Aiming for here. You hit there. Now watch 8 seconds. Watch where that closes. Didn't quite get our way back to that low on the hourly. Look how close we were. It ain't done yet. We're coming up for lunch hour. Oh, sorry, not lunch hour. 11 o'clock. And the run between 10 and 9. Ooh, can you hear it? We can hear our music, that lovely enchanting music. Oh, you guys, look at this. Look at this. What happens at 11 o'clock? What happens at 11 o'clock, people? If this runs those lows with a little wick and comes back in at 11 o'clock, it just takes these lows out and then starts to come back in. That's the new range. If it retraces back into 50 to 62%, 50% is right on the beezer, right there, right on the reversal, the return to. Just saying, it would be interesting if it did that, right? So watch this. So we've got this reversal, change in direction. It's the one that's holding. This one ran itself out. This one ran through there on a close. The close is right. It literally, this candle's high is 71 even. This candle's close is 70.5. So it actually closed below that. Opened up, came back, tapped it. Confirmation that we have further continuation. Linchpin is broken. It unfolds and continues going lower. So we have confirmation that we're going shorter. Linchpin broken, pulled the linchpin, and off it goes. Everything collapses, and we've got further downside. So, and it's in that discount portion of the range. And we, like I've told you before, when the discount one is traded through, there's a higher likelihood you're going to run the lows. And that's what happened here. So we've run the lows. So keep that in mind every time you look at the range that you're in. Look at the fair value gaps that are in them. If you close below the discount one, then you're probably going to take out a higher likelihood that you're going to take out the lows. So I want to see that trade right to our little spot here and see if this becomes interest. This is kind of reverse engineering our 11 o'clock reversal here. There'll be a mic drop moment if this happens, let me tell you. Thanks for the insight. You're welcome. Thanks for today, Darren. We will have guests this evening. Oh, you got guests coming over this evening. Nice. I decided I got to do a job a day now. So yesterday I was doing some drywall. Today will be mudding, the infamous mudding and sanding. Ugh, I hate mudding and sanding. And then tomorrow I have to go fix a gate on the fence. Then I got to spray paint some numbers. Yes, I got stopped looking for a new opportunity. You can see the screenshot on our group. Oh, good. I'll have a look at that in a minute, Erica. Thanks. Learning from this was a small $200 loss on 100K val. Where's your loss there, Amadeus? Screen capture it and share it with the community if you want, and they'll help you break it down and see where you can build your fail-safe. Build a, here's where it fails. Like go back over and look at that. This is the point where if it fails at this point, I'm out. And that's the rule you have to set in stone. Put it up there against the wall. Say, that is my rule. I will not break the rule. Right? And if the rule gets broken over and over and over again, and it says, okay, that's not the best rule, I should make a better rule. Make a better rule that form fits better towards what the algorithm's actually doing. And if you can catch that, and you can follow your rules, that's where the discipline comes in. And I like the way Mike Tyson said it. And he says that without discipline, you've got nothing. Without discipline, you're nothing. You're willing to, let me see what he always says it here. If you, I was listening to him on Joe Rogan, I thought, oh, I gotta write that down. Discipline, if you don't have discipline, you don't have success. Absolutely. Oh man, I can't, I'm not gonna quote him properly, so I'll have to look it up again. To be continued. I will come back to Mike Tyson's awesome comment. If one of you guys already knows it, he talks about discipline and oh yeah, discipline is doing something that you hate like you love it. Like you love it. Discipline is doing the things you hate like you love them. So you got to be committed. You got to keep, there's no failure. There's just feedback. You just keep plugging away at it. Just keep pushing, pushing, pushing. So it's already gone a little lower than we expected. So now it makes me go like this. Okay, so if I go 50 to 62%, if I put 62 down here, if this ends up coming there and 62% retracement of that whole range that created at 11 o'clock, so we got 5 more minutes. If that runs all the way back up into here, see how now you can't say that you couldn't see that this reversal wasn't happening. We were like, don't know which one we're going to pick. We're between this one and this one. So which one are you gambling? If you're literally gambling, if you chose the short and you're winning, if you're looking at this going, that's on the higher likelihood gambling. If you're going to go 50% or higher, this one has been run out. This one has not been run out yet. So of the two, if you're going to gun to your head, if you had to gamble, someone says, pull the trigger on this, man. You have to take the trade. Not that you have to. We're playing imagination here, right? Then obviously after the fact, it's easier to say now that, yeah, we ran that one. This one hasn't. We're in a downward trend. So chances are I'd like to see that, but price is telling you, no, I've changed direction here. I give you an opportunity to get short here. And you can aim for your rejection block, or sorry, your order block. You hold up on it, then you trade through it. You go, okay, now I'm definitely going lower. You tippy tappy it one more time and then take out the lows. So the next level is not 50%, 62%. If we get a 62% retracement back into that range created from this morning till 11 o'clock, we're looking for a reversal there. I'm just trying to reverse engineer this. Not that that's going to happen, but hey, miracles happen, man. We should have a prop firm discussion. I'm still not sure it's worth it, even though I trade a small account and have been consistently profitable all this calendar year. Yeah, it's hard to find a, you know, I've got like three different prop firms I'm experimenting with right now. And you hear some horror stories about them not paying out. So you got to be a nice and steady, consistent trader, and then they're more likely to pay out. If you end up doing like one person did, I heard of a case where they got a big gamble on. They made tons of money, like got $10,000, and then they started trading micros after that. After they got funded, they just gambled on a big trade. They got $10,000. Then they got pissed off that the brokerage wouldn't pay them, or the prop firm wouldn't pay them, because they suddenly launched it right up. They put a big gamble on there, and it worked. And then they went into trading micros until it was time to pay out, and the rules were saying you can't do that. So the person was kind of miffed that they weren't getting paid $10,000. The prop firm was holding back, even though they were fully funded. And I won't talk about the firm because I don't know. It's just hearsay. It means nothing really. But it makes me cautious about the different prop firms that can or might pay out. I still have one on MT5, and I've got TradingView, TradeOvate, and Top Step. If you find success using one, when do you stop using it? Do you duplicate accounts and increase profits that way, like others have done? Yeah, there's that sound. I like that sound. So now we're looking for the 11 o'clock reversal. Now that we've taken out the 10 o'clock low, I look for the this to get taken to the upside, and you're looking for 50 to 62%. That will put you right inside that little circle we're looking for there. So I'm looking for this thing to get taken out here. How you duplicate that, Russell, on multiple different accounts. I don't know how to mirror. I have a friend of mine that knew how to mirror accounts. Like they would try to take an account that I had, and then they could mirror it and copy it onto an account they had. So whatever trades I took, they took them as well. And we were thinking about that as a business option, where whatever I trade pops up on their account as well. So this is what we're looking for right here. Now this would be a real pain in the ass if you can't get on that, because it hasn't come back to give you support. And it's 11 o'clock, so this would be the silver bullet for me if it came back into here. Now, if you guys are taking this trade and it does not match your setup, you're just taking what I'm saying. Not a good thing to do. It's not a good trade. Be confident, because right now, if you're feeling that anxiety about, oh, I want to get in on this, he's probably right, or what if he's right and it does go up there, then that's a ton of trades. That is not the kind of internal dialogue you want to have with yourself. You got to look for, what is a logical trade? Is this my setup? If this is not my setup, don't take it. Don't jump in it just because it looks like it might work. it could completely fail and bail on you. So there's a silver bullet there. That's not what I want though. This one or here, the ideal one would be right here. So I'm gonna reach for my ideal one. I don't care. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. And you want to see this stay open, but it could come all the way down into the mean threshold of that candle, which would really put my stop loss in a squeeze. And I'm just looking for a run back up into that range. Pull my fib tool from high to low. Ideally, you're aiming for the equal liquidity above the market here. Oh, wow, that just ran down into, look where it hit. Oh, on, yeah, MT5, it hits right here. In this, it hits right here. So I'd like to see that return and back up into here. But we'll see. It's actually come through that imbalance we were looking for. That's all it takes is for there. We fill the new day opening gap from today, 11 a.m. You think reversal? Yeah, I think reversal. Why wouldn't I think reversal? It's 11 o'clock. Absolutely. New day opening gap fill before 11 a.m. Discipline is doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it. Mike Tyson. There you go, Stoic Jack. Yes, my man. Doing what you hate to do and doing it like you love it. That's right. That's Mike Tyson. See, I had my entry right there, but I didn't take it. I wanted the lower one. Oh well. So that's your entry, right? That's a reversal. Reversal. Came down, clipped it perfectly on the downside. Now you're low hanging fruit. Pull your fib tool from here. If you've just copied that trade, good for you. It better have been the trade that you actually take. Don't just copy just because I was talking about it. But there's 50%. Move yourself to break even. Pay yourself half. Take 10 off, 10 off, 10 off, and leave some on for the high. That's low-hanging fruit. I did get in on my live trade though. Ooh, baby. I got live one right there. Literally right there. I got the live one. My prop firm did not engage it in my prop firm, but oof, man, it's going well in there. They're going to wonder what I'm up to today. Firing on all cylinders today. That's not a clear entry to you? That's not a clear entry for reversal for you? Wow, okay. We called it before it happened. You must have a different set of rules for reversal, Russell, which is fine. I got no problem with that. Whatever your rules are. Holy doodle. $11 my friends, 11 o'clock. Wait for this thing to happen. 11 o'clock. $79%. So you'd be following this up here right now. You'd be sitting at 75. It would have been taken out right there. It would have popped back in and took you out. And I'm going to close mine out right there too. It's probably going to go much higher. I got to follow my rule. I only had a very small amount on there anyway, so I just closed mine out at that 79% retracement. Low-hanging fruit inside here. You just dip your hand deep inside the basket. Took out this little high here. You don't want to see a fair value gap form here and then start reversing. Otherwise, if we don't get that high, if these equal highs stay intact and all we do is just drift up into the premium array inside from a discount to a premium, or this reversal we were talking about here to go short, ran all the way down, create a new one, run from like to like. So there's your like reversal right up to it, and ding, touches it perfectly right in the 79% range. So you've literally caught from this short all the way down, taking out these lows, wait for a reversal to happen, take your short off. There's not your shirt, take your short off, not your shorts. Take your short off here, reversal. As soon as you see that, trace back to it, take your short off there, and then go long. Back into that range again, like to like, premium to discount. And you've seen this repeat over and over and over again. I've showed you this on a 1 minute chart so many times. So there's your fair value gap. So now you're looking for that. See how it's kind of almost lined up perfectly with this dude over here again, right? So if we lose this one here now, let's take this over to here. Watch here. We've taken that high up. If we trade below that, then you're looking to get back into this range again. Look at the range, look at the discount, look at the premium. I've got to go for pee. The coffee's killing me now. It's running right through me. So somebody was saying, are you actually going to call a reversal? Yes, but now we may get a change in direction again. If we don't, and it continues to push higher, look for these equal highs here still. Otherwise, it's just coming back into this range to gather up some more liquidity before it runs these highs out. Don't always think it's a straight run. We could get these returns back into this range here. What's sitting in here? Pull your fib tool from here to here. What's sitting in here? Discount, discount, premium, premium. Let me get this out of here now. Always pull your fib tool in whatever little tiny range you're in. 50% sitting here, so you know that that's a premium array. Your discount array starts here and here. So if you're looking at premium, premium, discount, premium, you're looking for, here, let me turn this into the quarters and you'll understand what I mean by this. So premium, premium, discount, premium. So see, that's the 50% mark right there. What's sitting below there in your discount is that little fair value gap in there. Want to run it back up into 50% of this wick. Premium, premium, discount, premium, 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 discount. And it could just go sideways like this until it goes higher, or it breaks down below the equilibrium or the premium into the discount range. And we've got lots of liquidity sitting down here. So watch how it moves in there. I will be right back. I'm just going to the bathroom. Trading buddy, welcome. Alarm. So it's just working that inside premium, premium, discount, premium, inside that little fair value gap. Bang, bang, bang. Hold on, hold on. Come back into a discount before going higher. That's the the run for me. It's going to run up into here. Because it's really, after this, that's what's holding us back right now. So we're in between these two. And they happen to be in the premium, just not discount premium. One array to the next array, back and forth. And it's interesting because you can flush them out and just say, why are we banging between those? Or why are we hitting that spot coming back? You trace it back into that there, inside that range, premium, discount, premium, inside this smaller range here, I should say. Then you go, okay, that makes sense. There's a fractal back and forth action going on there between this guy and this guy. And yes, you can have that running in and out of here. We've gone from like array to like array, discount to premium inside this larger range. You want to see this really start to climb up here now, get on top of this, and start running for these equal highs. Oh, the timing's off. Yeah, that could be it. Salut, salut, comment ça va? Ça va bien? Et toi? Et toi? That's it. That's all the French I know. I wished I would have kept learning more French when I was when I came over from England. We're in St. Boniface in Manitoba, Winnipeg, and I like French. I wish I would have learned more of it. I pick up on accents really well. I'd love to learn, and I love languages, but I want to try and learn some Thai. Going to go to Thailand, so I want to learn some Thai. They got a really interesting language. Carla's son is getting married, so we're looking like Thailand is the destination because he's marrying a Thai girl. So it'll be fun. I'd love to learn Thai. They're very passionate people. I love them. Come on, get up there. Here we go. How many likes have we got here, folks? I see 0 likes on our day. I think I've given you some pretty awesome hits today. How many likes have we got? I'm gonna refresh. I've got 0 on my like button. Oh, 23. 23 likes. And we have 803 people. We got 3 more people in the 800 club. À la fin. Let's go, let's go. So all our cam model people, you can hear them salivating there. All the cam model people are just chomping at the bit here. What do we got? They're saying, give it to me, let's go. Give me my cam model entry. So you really have some really key days, times of the day that you can catch these beautiful reversals. You know, right after a news event, taking out an old high, look for a reversal. The 9:30 open, look for a reversal. The 10 o'clock open, look for a reversal. And then a reversal, 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 reversal. 11 o'clock, taking out 10 o'clock's run, 9:30's low, or 10 o'clock's, whatever the run is created in here. Look for a reversal to happen. Man, perfect entries. Love it. Price action, despite its craziness this morning, has given you some golden opportunity. Erica caught that one at 9:04. Man, you caught that beautiful, Erica. Look at that. Traded below, came right back into the order block for confirmation. Even if you're not sure, you just wait for that order block to get taken on a body. As soon as the body closes below it, you jump back in on it. Stop loss goes up here. Man, you would have been on a beautiful run down there today. And even if you said, like, think about this. I'm trying to think about a setup, a mindset, because I've got to learn to stay in the trade longer, right? And I'm sure there's a few of you out there that want to stay in the trade a little longer. So if you want to stay in the trade longer, you think, if I can catch this entry at just after news hour, and I'm heading bearish, let's say, and it goes bearish, and you say, now I want to hold on to this. Where would be a great time to do this? If you set this up between the open, even if we took the open, and you say, I want to take the open at 9:30. So here's the 9 o'clock, 9:30, bang, displacement. As soon as we trace back into that displacement, whether it be the low, the consequent encroachment, the high, or the order block, whatever one you choose. In this case, all you've got is one. And you say, now I want to hold this until that 11 o'clock reversal. So when that 10 o'clock is taken out, the reversal that happens, I wait. So here's the 10 o'clock, and you go, if you took this here, you said, well, that was my 10 o'clock. If I see that reversal taken to the upside, I'm out. So you could say, yeah, I'm out of that. Or I wait till 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock comes, and ding, there's 11. We've got this little reversal here. You go, oh, there's a beautiful place to get out. You can unload that one, get back in this one for the 50% retracement back in. Just an idea, a theory that if you could get in at the 9:30 or even the 8:30 news release, after the news release is done, barring any other major news events in between there, and just hold that till the 11 o'clock reversal. I think you could manage it from the back end still, but the 10 o'clock retracement into 10 o'clock. Yeah. I might think about that as a potential, how to hold on to price action a little longer. See how the bodies are respecting the 50%, the bottom half of the 50%. See how this one's respecting the top half? They're literally working from array to array inside this small little range here. So we still don't have a breakout above this high here. It's all equal highs. It's engineering liquidity on both sides. So what I'd like to see is a whip down, clean that out into a discount array, and then drive it back up through here. Because if we start to pull into this range, deeper into this range here, or deeper into a discount inside here, and then run this out for lunch, think about these lunchtime highs as a potential to get taken, that you think it's going to come to them, and then all of a sudden it hits this breaker here, freezes on that, and comes all the way back down into a discount breaker down here, or into here, and then runs back up and takes it out. This is the 27 candle. After the 27, it's either the 27 or just the next candle after it is the reversal. Usually sets a low, and then you get the 30-32 candles. Then you got the Crazy Ivan moment. J'arrive. I arrive. J'arrive. Who's the trifecta there of trading rentable? Jeremy, who's your third guy? Do you have a third guy? You said there was like the triple, the three of you that meet up and do some trading together. So it's Jeremy, trading rentable, and who's the third guy or lady? I have a lot of posts with my family. Russell. PRECSION sur la route. À bientôt. There we go. Eyes are taken. So come back, key off this order block. We find support off of it. Now you want to see some support off of these two. Come back, get some support off these equal highs, and start pushing higher. How many people would have weathered this beautiful return we got this morning, or at 11 o'clock? How many of you would have weathered that? Would have sat through all of that and said, I'm still looking for those equal highs. If you got the patience to do that, good for you. Good for you. You saw me, I chickened out right at 79%. I got the 79% up here. I wouldn't have weathered that. That's my ADHD. I can't stay in that. I need more stimulus. I gotta get out of here. My brain would have been talking me out of that ages ago. That's the discipline of trusting your arrays. Here's your 30-32. 27, reversal. These times, make note of these times. They are crucial. And this is just an indicator that a nice fella named Tristan made for me, and we're still kind of working it out right here. This is an older version. It's not available anywhere. We're just trying it out right now. 30.32. Nice. Hit that sucker and leave. 32 will set us a nice little point of reference. It's a charter found on your Telegram. He was in Michael's class with you. Oh, he's a charter member in, that's the third guy, is your charter member guy from Michael's stuff. Oh, that's great. If you guys have people that are also charter members that are sharing trading with you guys, then I'm happy for you. If it helps you guys out and you're all either willing to pay them or not pay them or just hang out for free, I just love trading. So it's nice having a bunch of people here. We're coming up July 26th, I think, the 28th was my first video where no one turned up. But Kevin, I think Kevin was my very first guy that stuck around, asking some questions. Then I was going through some videos yesterday, right back at the beginning, and I remember Kevin popped in. He was the first guy, and well, actually, my first subscriber that actually came to my videos hasn't never came back, but it's a friend of my friends. It's a son of my friend, and he's Preston Orm. He was one of my first guys popped in, and yeah, and then we've got 800 people since then. Man, that'll be a 1-year anniversary back on July 26th. So the goal is to see if we can get 1,000 people by the 26th. So we still got another few months to go yet. The way we're going though, it looks like we might reach 1,000 for sure. That'll be great. And after 1,000, it should start taking off, get the word out there, help more people, pay it forward. That's what we're out to do. And then I think in the new year, I think I might want to try and start one of those, I'll get a funded account challenge, and we'll see if we can turn a $100,000 account into $1 million in a year. We'll see if we can run up an account, and we'll trade every one of these things. All these reversals. We'll just keep trying to trade it over and over again. Over trade the snot out of it. See if we can't get this from array to array. That'll be the New Year's challenge. So the more you guys practice this for next year, that'll be something I'll probably want to try right in January, February. We'll wait for the markets to start establishing themselves, and then we might just put that as an option to try and take $100,000 account, see if we can make it $1 million, see if we can increase it by 10 times in a year. It's a charter found on your Telegram. He was in Michael's class with you. Cool. We are 3, Jeremy, Super JP, and me. Awesome. Super JP. Excellent. I don't know if I don't know Super JP. I'm sure he's a nice person. He or she. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Look at that. So take this one. We climbed above it, found support at it. Take this one here, your confirmation one. Trade above it, tap it perfectly, and then leave. And now the highs are taken. Now you're 50% retracement from 11 o'clock. You didn't believe me. If you didn't believe me, it's right here staring you in the face. And we called it right before it happened. 50%. Hello. And we caught it right off of here. This was painful to weather, but yeah, I finally got it. Low hanging fruit from there. That's, sorry, my tummy's grumbling here. 34, 834 to 9. That's almost 100 handles. That's 70 handles there. 80 handles. 30, 70, 80. Yeah, that's 83 handles right there. Move to the sidelines. Have a nice day. I love it when a plan comes together. Can you explain roughly what the indicator does? Not very well, no. This indicator is something I spent a lot of time designing bots to go back in time. And they would go back and they would search every high and low they could find. And then they brought me back this data, and I created a spreadsheet, or me and two other guys were nice. I bring the data to them and they keep loading it into spreadsheets. And they helped me, get this spreadsheet together. And we started finding all these key times. And then I went and used that autopilot thing to find the most, it's like an AI that goes in and analyzes your data and then finds key points, highs and lows in your data. And that's what this is. These are key points. They're reference points for time, and they're minutes. And these things, you think they're little blue dots on the screen, but believe me, they mean a lot to me. And this thing can be extrapolated all the way into monthly seconds. It can be used into. So, but you got to know how to use it. And I'm just beta testing an idea right now. If it works out, we'll put it up there on the screen for you guys to have as a full-time indicator. If you actually go to our Telegram channel, you can find it in there. It's for our Telegram people. You are welcome to use it. You won't know what it's for, but it's I'm just beta testing it. And once I've got it, I understand it in relation to Michael's principles, because you have to be able to tie it into Michael's principles. Otherwise, it's just another damn indicator that's just wasting space on your chart and making things messy. So it's not that I'm trying to hold it back from you guys. I just want to make sure it's beta tested to Michael's principles and concepts. And if it works with his concepts, then I'm willing, you can all have it. I don't care. And we'll all use it together. If it makes me money, it makes you money. I don't give a shit. Right? I'm not here to make money off of you to try and to prove that it works. If it works for me, it works for you. Pay it forward, man. That's the whole part about living, loving, and learning, man. It's incumbent upon you, if you learn something new, to pass it on to somebody else. That's what my belief has been my whole life. That's why I've been a big fan of teaching. I've been teaching for 20 some odd years. 1991. Oof, I guess it'll be almost 33 years now. I haven't taught in the last couple of years, but teaching is fun. I tell you, passing knowledge on, watching people's little light bulbs go on, having a moment, and you can see that you could potentially change someone's life forever because of something they just learned, that you've just taught them a skill that they can just feed themselves, their family, pass it on. Some people want to just make money off of it. They don't believe in that kind of what would you call that? Not chivalry, kind of honor, respect. Pay it forward. You learned it for free from me or from Michael. Pay it forward. Teach somebody else. You don't have to make money at it. If it works, then you should be able to make money at it. But I get it. I get some people, it's a skill set. They took a long time to learn it. So to them, it's valuable. And a lot of people just want a free handout. They don't want to put the work in, and they just want you to do it all for them. So I can understand why you'd want to charge people like that. But I find there's some genuine people that are they're having a rough time in life, and they just need somebody to give them a hand. And they're not looking for a handout, they're just looking for a hand up. And those are the kind of people I just love to help. And for those of you who don't need that, it's just tweaking, and you learn a little something in here and you like it. Great. Great. I'm happy for you. I'm happy. Let's meet up one day, go out for a beer, have a chat. Tell me about your life, how things have improved, how things have changed. I'm gonna try and do some more traveling in my life now. So if I come to a different place, I'll say, hey, I'm heading there. Anybody in that area? Let's meet up. Let's have a beer. Let's have a laugh. Let's talk about life. Or we go down to Erica's mom's place for some empanadas. We'll all meet up at Erica's mom's place. Gigantic pool of 800 people outside her front door. It's nice having a good group. Yeah, it's a really good group. We've got some really nice people that genuinely are trying to learn this stuff, and there's people out there that really know it well, better than I do. And you got guys like Derek, who's got lots of experience in there. Abs has got lots of experience. You know, there's lots of people. I could name so many people in there, and they're eager to share that knowledge with you and help you out. It's a place you can come and share what you know, as long as you keep it germane to ICT. Honestly, I don't care about retail. I don't care about your batwing patterns and your Elliott waves and your Bollinger Bands and your MACD and all that shit. It doesn't. It's like, it's great if it works for you. It's great, but it's not anything that I even want to try and promote, because it's just going to add a lot of mud to the water. And I like to keep this as germane to ICT principles as we can. And if you can find a way to tie these in with your MACD stuff, and I don't want to disrespect that stuff, I just don't understand it. And I think it's just too confusing. And I can't help people out with stuff I have no idea about. So the channel that I'm trying to promote here is just all principles that we learned from ICT and that you guys can apply. And you got people here that are really good. Like Erica's awesome, and she has a lot of that retail background, and she sees the application of this with the retail stuff, and it's working for her. It's great. I think it's awesome. But yeah, you've got some really, really smart people in there that really care about helping out. Says, no, we met on Discord. We have been dealing together for 2 years. Nice. So 3 of you have met up on Discord. That Discord seems to be a pretty popular thing now. I've got a Discord account. I've only got 2 guys on there that I've actually chatted with. We might have to do a Discord thing for the new year. Instead of it being on YouTube here, we'll do it on Discord. That way we can, I think Discord has it more live. You don't have any delay in it in the screen. I don't know. People keep telling me that you have a better read on the markets, where whatever we enter in, you see it like as it's happening. There's no delay. So I think that'd be cool. Share it for free. We respect that request. Yes, indeed. Anybody know how to write programs in NinjaTrader 8? Oof. I have no idea. Talk to Tristan. He's a little programmer, a little programming genius, that guy. Jonas, no carrot today. Oh yeah, yeah. Where do we want to put the carrot today? Where do we want to put the carrot today? I think we're going to put the carrot back down here. Ideally, I want to see the carrot come back down here. $19,450 or 19,500-ish. That area is the upside, so we still may have more upside to go. Hey, how's our other trades going, by the way? The other stuff we were looking at. What's Dixie up to? Dixie came down, tapped it, and then came all the way back up. So instead of going down, Canadian dollars coming. Oh, it did come down into that fair value, yeah. Okay, so now we've returned into here. I'd like to see that come down a little bit more and then start reacting off of that and start coming higher. Oh, my stomach's just grumbling here. Feed me. New Zealand dollar. Back to the fair value gap. Fill, perfect fill. Reversal. Through 1, 2, a third one. Come back all the way to your second. Take the second one. All the way back to a perfect fill. It's already taken the lows out here. Oops, takes them out again. For the rejection block. And now you're sideways. This was the upside objective we were looking for. We put the rigs in there and we came down. We're inside that one. We're back up inside there again. So we're between the sticks that we put out there this morning, which is perfect. So far, so good there. Immediate rebalance right here. Look at that. So price came up, immediately rebalanced it, went higher. We treat this like a fair value gap. You trade through it right there, trade through it, and then you come back to it right there. Bing, you hit it nicely, and then you got your low. Take out all your lows. That's a nice little reversal there. And then it came whipping all the way back up, and if you left your stop loss there, you'd still be okay, and you'd be back here. If you were paying yourself on the way down, that would have whipped back and took your stop loss wherever it was sitting. If it was sitting right there, would have taken you out. That's the Japanese yen. Oil, what's oil up to? This morning at 9:30. Reversal, look at that, reversal 9:30. Oh, beautiful. Little imbalance there. Body trades below it here. Trade back up into it right here. Short. And look at that, man. That's just been bouncing all the way down. Right since 9:30 this morning. That's a really nice, it's choppy, but it does have clean, definite displacement candles. Look at these clean, smash down displacement candles. Looks great. Now it's traded below here. If it trades below that, support, support, further down. It has to break above here to go higher. So further downside, and we're looking for my objective. Come on down. I'm looking for that downside objective. Man, that would have been a nice one this morning. What's our little golden ticket? What was that doing? We were looking for a return into here this morning. That's the 1 hour. Dirt, dirt, dirt. Nice return into that. Took the highs. And we have a continuation on the downside. Lovely. Aiming for here. Got it. Well, it hit the levels we were looking for. Bitcoin. What have we got in Bitcoin here? Body trades below here. Look at that. Swing. Do you get in here? Body trades below it right there. Comes back up. Your stop loss did not get hit. Trades below it. If you decide, I don't want that, I'm gonna wait. Doesn't take that. If it takes this one there on the downside, I'll consider it there. So it takes it a full body candle, takes the low, then literally comes back up, taps it perfectly for your short. Smash. Oh man, that means my Bitcoin trade here should be like killing it. Ooh. $700. It's just a demo account, but oh man, I'm up $7,700 on that one. Okay. And I'm looking for that to come down even further. I want it to get through here. I've got my take profit right below these lows here. That'll be a killer trade when that's done. I'm trying to stay in trades longer, so I'm in these demo accounts trying to practice staying longer, and I try to walk away from them and ignore them. And this, I've been in this one for a couple of days now. So soybeans, what did that end up doing? Do we go higher, lower? What happened? Reversal. We expected to go higher. It didn't. It traded through this right here. So you're on the wrong side of it. Ideal entry right there off of that. And I'm going to blow this up so you guys can see this. It's important that you guys see this. So if we were going to go long, it took this low. So we'll look at this as a legitimate place to go long, right? Body trades through it. You go, great. It's already looking at this one here. This was the reversal. Body trades through it. You did not come back to it. See that? We did not come back to this reversal. So you go, eventually it's going to get returned to. So we continue down. We don't catch it. So we're looking for one to break through here. If it breaks through here, we get to go down further. It takes this low. So you have to take into consideration this. So you see that, and it goes great. And it goes whip all the way back up into that guy we talked about there. Now you finally get an entry. So you're either going to go short there, or you're going to wait for it to return back into premium discount. So if you're going to go here, you're going to go short back into this area here to go long again, okay? And the ideal entry is right on the bottom of the fair value gap. So as soon as it comes through here, you catch this on the short, back into here, and you go, now I'm going to go long. And it goes boop, and it pops below. You go, oh, I'm in the wrong side of this. It's just tipped its hat to me. It's not going long. It's continuing to go short. As soon as and there's your stop loss sitting right here. So it probably would have taken you out right there. If it didn't, let's say that was a little shorter, that little pop back there will give you an opportunity to get your trade off at break even. And then you can say, now I can get back on again. If you're smart, you're quick enough to get back on. I'm on the wrong side. If it comes back here, I'll put the way you could do this is if you put one long here, let's say you went one long there, and it trades below it and closes, and you go, oops, I'm on the wrong side of this. I'm going to put two short there. So it comes back, it closes out your one long there, and then your short will continue on from that point. So it'll close out one and then leave one on to go short. But you have to be quick to catch something like that. And yet that's the fail safe. You have to know how to play your fail safe. And in this case, it would have taken your stop loss. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. You wouldn't have had that opportunity to get that. That would have been you would have had a full stop taken on that. But if it did take you out, you just go, it's okay, I'll get short now. By the time it comes back there, you've made the loss that you took on the trade back in that one candle. Something to kind of keep in mind when you're trading it, how to set your stop loss, your trailing stop loss, your fail safe. Where does it fail for you? If it fails there, you know it's going in the opposite direction. And you've got to know that, see it enough times to go, if that fails, I'm wrong. I'm on the wrong side of it. And what is it reaching up to inside this range? So if you wanted to go short here and you wanted to say, I'm going to stay short, I want to see it stay below here, otherwise we're going longer. It went straight up to, okay, what is it going longer to? That array. Now, if it just goes, boop, pops it like this and comes back down and then runs up after it gives you a chance to get in, then you could say, yep, I'm running to that array there. I'm unloading my position in a short little couple of cherries, low-hanging fruit. I'm in the reversal. I'm counter trending something that's still working, but you got to know the range that you're in, not way up here. If you see that, you say, I'm aiming for that. No way, man. You're in a small range. All it's doing is just retracing to a premium array so it could go shorter again. And that's hopefully what we're trying to show you here multiple times. Have we hit 62% yet? Now I'm looking for that 62% of the range. $62% is right here. We'll line it up across there. So until we get proof of otherwise, we're still, might as well keep putting our carrot up here. You don't want to argue something, don't wrestle something that is not there yet. I want to see this close below here on a, no, forget it. It's got to close below here. Consolidation, run up, come back down, clean these lows out, tap the lows and continue short. Cam model 1 entry. If you're going cam model long, you're going to 62%. If you lose 50% of that, or your stop loss is here, you've got lots of liquidity sitting there. It's just tempting. There's 50% of your range, I think. I'm just trying to show you your cam model, people, and when you should bail. There's your reversal right here. Trade below it right there. Don't even enter into a cam model on that. You've got a high taken out, an imbalance. You traded below the imbalance. You traded right up through the imbalance, and you're going shorter back into this range. There's another imbalance here. You see that? And you're going shorter. So there's the reverse. I'm changing direction right there. See the close? That candle's hot. Close is 2075. This candle's close is 2050. So it's 0.25 lower than that. That's a close below. All the way back up inside. Stop losses here. Running for the lows. You've taken the lows. Are you just gathering up liquidity now to run back higher? So as soon as those lows are taken, move to break even. Pay yourself at the rejection block, old lows, fill the fair value gap. This is my next aim. We're coming back up into this now for a short or a short here. If we close above it, then you're going back higher. So watch to see if this closes above or below this level. You've just come back and tapped it perfectly here. Run on liquidity. See that? Quick wick down. Trade back above. Now I want to see this level right here. Come back and get tapped. If we close above. Upside objective still 62%. See, even when the counter trend, even if it continues to run in that direction, you can still catch this range right there. That's the only place you would have had an opportunity to get in on a run for these lows here. Was right there. And that's all the algorithm was saying was, look, I'm going down here. I'll give you one chance to get on. I'm cleaning it out. Now I'm heading back north. You got 6 seconds left to get above this area right here. And we're above it. Now watch to see if this trades back into that area right there. And it's a number 2 candle. 00. That dot should be down here, by the way. But Tristan's got that fixed. I think he's got it fixed on the other version. It sets highs and lows. So the 2 sets the low. The 00 is what you're looking for when you're studying the dots. The 00, you're looking for it to reach for an objective. And it reached for The lows right on the double zero. And the 2 is another one that makes a high or a low. So look for the objective. In this case, it didn't. It just set the high of the fair value gap. So now we've got this. See how we've taken the high? This becomes an area of interest for you, right? Why does it become an area of interest? Why is between these two candles become an area of interest now? Highs taken. If we close below this point here and come back into it, we're looking for this to be a potential swing point. And we're just ran above our 50%, just short of our 62. We're still inside that range for the 11 o'clock reversal and then a continuation on the downside. We finally hit that level that we were looking for on the hourly. Remember? This low, this order block for the reversal on the hourly. We just come back into the order block. We've hit it 3 times. We're looking for reversals to happen anywhere inside here now. So if this pushes up one more time into this, or any reversal that starts to show itself, I mean like a clean reversal, you want to get in on that. So we're back to putting our carrot sideways now because I don't know how we're... Watch 20 seconds. If it closes above here, just a wick down, we wait. Because that upside objective, I think, is still in play. And that imbalance I saw on the hourly there has got my eye. So 5 seconds, see where this sits. It's not ready yet. Look at that, just closed above it or right on it. Area of interest, hey? Doesn't give you, if it's distinctive, it'll give you a breakdown, pops in. But this whole close on it stuff is something we can study. Or I encourage you all to study the reversal, the anticipation of the reversal, when it closes on it or when it actually closes below it and then comes into it. Got to give up the mean threshold. For me now, I've got to see this candle get taken on the downside. Not this wiki stuff. We might have more upside yet because we've already ran the lows here now. We ran the low, we ran the high, so you're looking for further upside. Unless I take this on a body close, and I want to see a distinctive candle here. See how body's closed below it? Just came back up, tapped it right there for a short, right off there. Stop losses here. I'm not taking that. I'm waiting for this. Patience, patience. No care today. We are in the ICT church. Fernando morning. Gennaro from Jamaica. How's it going, my friend? How's it going, Jamaica? I love the Jamaican accent, man. Oh, I love it. We went to the Bob Marley's place. See the bullet holes in the wall still? Man, that was crazy. What he went through that day. And you gotta love a man. You respect a man who could just, after being shot, could still get up there on stage and perform. Amazing. So short here. Again, not a big fan of it until we see a big breakdown here, but it is showing you that I've got intentions of going lower right here. It just came back up inside it. Now we're seeing the displacement candle. Oh, it's in a beautiful displacement. It's going to say, see, Darren, you should have taken me. You were calling it. You were telling people to take me. But you wanted to see that, so that is what we shall give you. Oh, look at that now, lads. Oh, it's just tapping off the bottom of that fair value gap now. It's not going to give me what I want. It's giving us our cam model from the bottom. See that? Body trades below them. Comes back, give them a little kiss. Off to the races we go. How many people got short there? Was that a good enough setup for you guys? Did you take that? Man, I've given you guys some awesome setups today. This guy. This one. My skittishness kept me out of that, but if somebody took that, man, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. Think this is manipulation. 300 ticks on that silver bullet to the upside. Not bad at all. Pablo! Way to go, man. Good work, Pablo. Stoic Jack, I just made a bit on 5K demo trade, but using the concepts as you have outlined today, also took partials on the way. Of course, have a great day, man. Way to go, Stoic Jack. Time to move to the sidelines. Smoke a cigar. Smoke them if you got them. Good for you. Got in at 18,843, 18,911. Oh, nice. Good for you, Stoic Jack. Donardo, it's hot right now. I'm at work. Made 250 today and jumped out. Oh, nice work, buddy. You'll love it when you make money, when you're making work, when you're working and making money. Love it. There's the 7. Looking for a silver bullet, it says. Looking for, this is the silver bullet right here. LMB 777. Caught that short, $2,900 on the day. Done, mate. You definitely helped me with my confidence in it for entries. Yes! I hope you caught the short because it was your setup, not because it was the one I gave you. I hope you caught it because it was your setup. You saw how clean it was, and you were a lot more bolder than I was. I tell you, you don't want this kind of fear chasing through your head, man. Don't start trading live until you're ready, because it takes a lot longer to overcome the crap you build up inside your head, the doubts. I call it, and I'm not taking, oh, I am taking it. But you really got to have the confidence to, otherwise, man, the self-talk that goes on inside your head, talk myself out of a trade when I can explain it so cleanly to you guys. And they're going to think I'm up to something today. I've got one live account that I'm still trying it on. So I'm still taking it, but I want to take it in front of you guys so you get to see it. As long as you guys are taking it and you're making some cash, it's clean setups. You're feeling confident. We're getting rid of some of that stress for you guys. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And we're going into lunch hour now. So what would be a really cool thing to take out for lunch hour, you figure? What would be a nice low to take out for lunch? Wouldn't that be a nice little target liquidity? Pull your fib tool. Let's see if we can't manage this. I'm going to try and manage this way on mine as well. Or should we just leave it and just see if we can't let it buck? Ah, yes. Come for the carrot, my friend. Come for the carrot. Looking for it to run below this liquidity. Equilibrium's here. So either trade the fib tool or PD arrays, or just say, look, I'm going for this and this down here. That's my objectives. And when does it change for you? Where does it fail? Where does it fail? Where does your trade fail? Give me a candle that this would fail for you, that you'd be willing to put your stop loss up here and risk. Let's say you put in right here. Where would your fail be? So give me a time candle that would fail on for you. Write it in the comment section. Where is your fail point? And you say to yourself, if it passes this point, I'm on the wrong side of this. I need to get back in sync with the markets. Where would that be for you? Give me your time. Let me hear your best guess on that one, or your best support. Finding your channel has made me really helped me in being more confident with my fair value gaps and PDAs. Yes, I'm glad that we're here to help you, my friend. I'm glad you've LNB. I'm glad that you're finding some value in it. That's the whole purpose of this ThetaWaveTrader platform, is to give you guys a place to come and get your confidence up, get your trading ICT concepts, reading price action. The whole purpose is just to get your price action reading dialed in, and hopefully it will continue to improve your whatever trade setup that you've chosen as your bread and butter setup. I'm thankful that you're here and that we can do something for you and help you out. $18,917. That's where he's in. 18,917. 18,917. You're in up here. Okay. So I'm thinking either you were looking to try and catch this reversal here at 18,921, or you're looking to try and catch this one a little late or a little early to catch that one for the reversal back in there. Remember, this is the thing I was saying. I wanted to see it trade below it. It traded below it, came back into it right there. That's the time I should have got short. I think I got short in here. Yeah. So now we're just looking for continuation on the downside. So where does it fail? Tell me where your fail is, you guys. Because I don't know, there's a lot of people that actually have a point where they say, where does my trade go wrong? Where could my trade go wrong? As soon as I take this low out, where could my trade go wrong for me? And it trade against me and I didn't see it coming. Where is that point for you? So give me your time. Give me a time candle here that you would, your fail safe would come on into play on that. Russell says the 1208 candle. The 1208 candle, 1208. This one right here, this little guy, that's the fail-safe. If it breaks to it, above it, what do you want? What's the importance about the 1208? If it trades to it, does that mean it's failed? Is it going to trade through it? Wick body trades through it? What's this? What's your importance of that candle, Russell? What's the principles that you support a fail at that point if it's you're on the wrong side of it if it gets through there? Is it 50% of the range? Is it is what? I don't know. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but what is your this is the squabblers. Remember the squabblers and the squabblers again? This is like the squabbling sisters, the squabbling family. These guys all try to set who's going to set the high or the low. They squabble over who's going to set the low. 7, 12. 12 sets the low. 19, 22. Sorry, 1921. So right there, Russell, is this a fail for you right here? It literally closed on you. MF says 1209. The 1209. What about the 1209? Above, below? Where does it fail? Because right now you're both hit. So does this mean it's failed for you? If it trades above that fair value gap, I'm out right. That's the fail safe for me as well. So it's the reversal and it's in a premium in that range, right? If I take it from here to here and I say, if that is the 50% and we can just wick above it, if we get above this on a close, then I'm on the wrong side of it. Now we're in we've taken out a premium array and a premium fair value gap to go higher. So where am I reaching for? I don't have a discount one down here. Premium one is above me here. That would be the ultimate place it could reach for. Key off of that and come back down. That would be the optimum trade entry reversal to continue down on the downside. But if it does, this tells me that we're going to go higher by simply breaking that piece right there. And then you have to ask yourself, are you reaching for these PD rays and that fair value gap above you here? Or are you just reaching up into a premium level to go short? Now, some people may have said, I don't want to see it break this here. If I'm running for the low and if I see that high get broken on a close, then I'm coming back into this range. See what I'm saying? And then it breaks, it closes above, comes back, and then goes back into the range. So you may say, I'm not willing to risk coming all the way back up to a premium to offload a loss to go higher, or potential to go higher, or for this to reverse down here. If it comes back over that, I'm out and I'll get back in at a premium if I see it supported on a higher time frame. Like I don't want to weather this range. The range is too far for me to endure that kind of run. And if it's already hit 50% and it hasn't ripped off of that right now and it keeps climbing higher, these are the things you got to start asking yourself right now. Yeah, right there. Now it hasn't closed above it yet, but you have to endure all that loss now. If you've got, let's say we're talking about getting in down here, right? Where does it fail? That's your premium array to go higher. And look at that. It just gives you that little teaser. Gives you that false sense. And I want to see this rip away from it. So watch how it acts right now. You want to see this start getting some legs and ripping right back through here because that's an optimum trade entry reversal. Now, what's going on in your head right now? This candle here is really, you get to learn about the psyche, your own psyche right now on this candle. It has not broken what you've set as your objective. Now, did you close out your trade there and say, no, I'm out? This is a very interesting place to be in candles inside your head and your rules. How well are you following your rules? Are you sticking to the rules? If a body breaks that high, I'm out on a close. Not just a wick, a close. I'm out. And it hasn't. If it does now, you say, now I've got to close, take my loss and move to the sidelines. And if it hits that, turns around and comes back down and you beat yourself up, then you look at this stuff and you say, I don't want to see it break this. This is why it ran back into that range. We found support off that array still. We went through it. We wanted to see a body continue through it. It did not continue through it. It just ripped off of it, came back, found support at it, and you go, oh, we could be coming back inside this range again. And sure enough, it is. Now you're weathering this whole thing. You bought at a discount. Do you want to wait for Derek's premium to sell at a discount? Because if you buy it at a discount to go lower and it turns against you, you're in full 1% loss or whatever you're risking up there. So now the body is closed right on it. What's your rules? What's it saying to you right now? It's really screwing with your head. This is good. This is a good little journal entry moment here. If you can video record this, I don't know how to do that whole replay thing, but if you could record this, I don't know how it works. Replay it, record it, and journal entry that and say to yourself, what was I thinking? What was I following my rules? Don't I have zero stress and go, I don't care. That's my fail safe. My stop loss is sitting here. If I see that close above there, I'm out. And you got 3 seconds left. See how so no, I want to mess with your head just a little while longer. And it's right in the middle near equilibrium of that whole range. So does it go higher? It's already ran into the premium portion. Is that all it needs? We still got this piece up here. So you can see that when you get caught offside by buying in or by selling this short here and not recognizing that you cut through candles, that this still presents a premium or a discount level for you that is important. You want to see it get through that to continue on the downside. And we've had no bodies, just wicks getting there. And then when you see it come back through it, you go, oh, what kind of range am I in now? I'm between here and here. Can that run back up to a premium array and a premium array? Yep, before it goes shorter, sure. Do I want to enter in here yet? Nope. Literally opened above it this time. So now you'd be out. Now let's watch to see how it acts off of here. So right now you're on the wrong side of it. It's going back bullish. Some might say it was bullish back here. It gave you the indication that it was bullish right there when it closed above. To go back inside the range. The premium array is above you. There's nothing in here. It's here and here. And there's, are just hitting it now. That's the premium raise. So you're glad that you got out there when you did. Now, don't reward your rewards if you say, it did not break my high, but I got out anyway. Why did you get out? Because of emotion, or you were pretty sure that it was going to go that high? Like if you start to violate your rules here and it works out, and the emotional endorphins you're getting by reinforcing that you got out early, you're playing on emotion and not logic. So make sure you find it that you logically opened above. I'm out of my trade right there because it broke my rule. It was banging on my rule. Chances are we thought it was going to go through there, seeing this. Then if it reverses now, comes screaming back through you, don't beat yourself up on that now because you made that decision to get out right there. It came up into a logical level, which is right there now. We've tapped it. Now, if we close above that, now you'll really be happy that you got out there. Because now it's definitely, it says, I'm heading in this direction. I'm above premium. I'm letting you wonder whether I'm still going to go higher or if I'm just going to reverse now. I ran right up into the super high premium like to like array. Now, am I going to go higher still as I break this level right here? Or is this just this really deep retracement now going to continue on the downside? And then how would you get back in sync with this again? You'd wait for this to clean out this high, come back, find support at it, and continue on. See how that is just literally closing on it? How it messes with your head, hey? Right there? Tell me those levels aren't important. It just messes with your head, running up into rejection block. See, it smacks off of it. That'd be a perfect place for it to turn around now and come all the way back down. And it's keying off of that hourly level again that we're looking for over here. That candle's low, that breaker's low. That high was taken by this breaker. We're banging off the breaker's bottom again. They go short right there. And if I'm wrong, I'm going to take a small hit right here. I don't want to see it revisit that. Skittishness again. Body hasn't traded above it yet. I don't like this revisiting it, so I'm out. It'll probably end up coming back down now. But I want something that's clean to leave off that. Otherwise, I'm just fumbling around on candles that are starting to become high resistance. So now it's going to be one of those, it's got to trade below this low here to get short, because that breaker, come all the way through the breaker, you're already through the mean threshold of those three candles. The high's still intact. But the fact that you've traded through the mean threshold, I'm not keen on that holding price anymore. So it's a higher likelihood of going higher. So yeah. Jimmy says short. Yeah. I wanted short. And so far the bodies are still respecting that fair value gap right there. See that? They're still right on it. This whole screw with your head stuff here. You can see how it screwed with my head easy. I want to see it leave. Tap it and go. A nice clean like this. You want to see it come down, tap it, and then get the hell out of there. You don't want to see a ton of little candles going sideways like this shit we saw here and there. See, now it's going to come back and give you the trade. This is where this is all psyche, Darren's psyche right there. Did not follow my rule of trusting that level. And this is what happens. Trust your setup. Stop loss here. Now I look at this and I go, oh, we got a little bit of padding in here now. We got 2 order blocks that provide some padding. I want to see those hold and continue to come back down. If you eat through them both like this, not a good sign. When you're in that kind of trade, you go, oh, just give me some padding here. Get below these candles. Ah, yes, good. And it comes back up. No, do not eat through them like that. Just come back and tap the bottom. That's all I want. And then continue on. Don't start eating through 3 PD arrays all in one candle. See where it closes. We want to be closed below here. And this is trying to stay right in price action minute by minute. You might not like it. But it'll increase your focus. Increase your focus. And then you'll have to force yourself to say, if this was a daily candles right now, I'd be like, I'm not playing in this. I have no idea where it's going to go right now. I want it to come down. But we've got these equal highs up here. You got these relative equal highs we're creating here now. It just came down to this little discount. We have not taken an old high. So you want to see a high get taken with a fair value gap above it, not these ones that low resistance liquidity runs. You want to see high resistance liquidity runs like this. So when it comes down below it, come back up, you can get support at it. This less likely with this. Remember, Michael looks for those signatures of low resistance liquidity runs versus high resistance. Three drives, 1, 2, 3. Welcome to lunch hour. I think that might be it for me. Keep your eyes on this downside objective here inside that range. It's all choppy, like wire brush stuff. I want to see it get below this level here. Ideally, this candle, I want to see it close below that first. Re-engage this candle on the downside to be down. If you're going higher, you want to be closing above that level. We still haven't closed above it yet. We keep wicking above it. We haven't closed above it. If we close above it, come back down, support, look for runs back up into the higher highs here. These highs get taken and run back into the liquidity above the market up here. But until tomorrow, my friends, or later on, I'll still be sitting in here on the charts. I've got an appointment this afternoon, so I will be out of here. I'll hopefully get back in before the close of the day. And I haven't seen Derek in today, so if he pops in this afternoon, then we'll get an end of the day. If he's into an end of the day showing or show on Skype for us. If not, then I might try and pop in on Skype and do a little afternoon delight if Derek's not going to do something. But until then, 52 people in. Thank you very much for hanging around, 52 people. And 803. Look at us just cruising away here. If you enjoyed today's show, please hit the like button. Just lets me know how you, if you appreciated what we did today. Look at that. Sucker never broke the high with a body. That's enough to screw Darren's head up. And look at that. That would have been a beautiful little trade. That would have been hundreds of dollars right there with one lot. Oh, well, discount array. Keep your eyes on that little prize down here and this sucker here. Gotta trust it. Gotta trust them. Anyway, thank you very much, you guys, for turning up. I got 806 subscribers. Again, if you liked it, hit the like button. If you love it, subscribe. We're here every day, building the community, building a bunch of people that are like-minded traders that love trading ICT stuff. We're reading the price action minute by minute. That's the whole purpose of this, is to fine tune and watch every candle, every minute. Where's your fail safe? Where does it fall apart for you? Right there. Ultimately, for the upside, that one did not get taken, and we still got some more downside. So we're still inside this range here now. This was the thing we were fearing. We're talking about this, saying we could run up to here and get a reversal. And look at all those wicks that said, oh, we want to get up there, but we got some resistance. And then she peels away on us. So we're back into that range again. So if that's where it fails and you get out of your trade, you go, ah, I should have stayed in my trade. I'm still in mine. It literally came up and was tapping my stop loss up here. So I'm still in the trade. I entered in down here, over here somewhere, off this low. So I'm still underwater. Stop loss was sitting up here. I was getting squeezed. So far, if it continues to come through here, I might just get out at a break even. Come on, drive through. Come get you some carrot now. Literally came up and wow. Anyway, you get to see that's a level of precision that you can bounce. You know, a lot of people, you get scared out of a trade or something like that. That's a level of precision that we're looking for, and it was bouncing off of that over and over and over again. How many people were looking for that level right there, right on that candle's close, as an area of, that's where I'm wrong, if it trades above that one little spot right there on the premium array. Oh, I love precision, man. These wicks, they got me. They got me. I'll attest they got me on this account, but my live is still, it's still going. I'm still hanging in there. It literally came out. I thought for sure it was going to take me out there, and it didn't. So so close to tapping me out. Anyway, I will see you guys later on this afternoon or again tomorrow for TGIF Fridays. We're looking for a TGIF Friday setup. We want to see the sucker go booking all the way down here now and give us a nice TGIF Friday reversal. So yes, we're finally moving into some profits here. Anyway, love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I know there's lots of people out there that you could watch. The fact that you're here with me today, I appreciate it. And hopefully you got to learn something. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Love you much. Thank you so much for popping in. See you tomorrow.